Tourism stakeholders have agreed to set up a convention bureau in Nairobi aimed at achieving an integrated approach in promoting Kenya as a hub for conference tourism. CNBC Africa spoke to various participants at the Africa MICE Expo for 2016 and filed this report. Kenya's efforts to position herself as the hub for meetings and conferences are set to go a notch higher with the planned establishment of a national coordination office, commonly known as a convention bureau.
My ministry will continue to work with stakeholders, including the private sector, to package and market Kenya as a competitive destination for conference tourism. In order to boost our bidding power, we are in the process of forming a national convention bureau that will coordinate the bidding, marketing, and promotion of Kenya as a preferred global tourism destination of choice. This will go a long way in ensuring that conference bidding in Kenya is conducted in a more coordinated and professional way.
If you have a convention bureau, you have more like thinking about a strategy, because then you have one coordinator and you have one person or one organization taking the lead. And I think that's already a very wise decision. You can't expect from government doing everything, but at least if you have like a guiding role, making promotions on fairs and having one organization taking that lead, I think it's a very wise decision.
Meetings, incentives, conferences and exhibitions, easily referred to as MICE, contribute 27.5% to Kenya's total tourism revenue. In the recent past, the country has hosted big-ticket events, providing a sustainable stream of income for stakeholders.
For example, I can give an example of the past WTO conference, MC10 conference. Of course, what came into KICC was around 165 million. But now, putting everything in totality, insurance, flights, hotel, it was estimated that WTO conference brought in around 3.2 billion into the Kenyan economy. That is a huge amount of money coming into the Kenyan economy at once.
As at now, various stakeholders bid for conferences individually, something that the government believes has denied Kenya an opportunity to cash in on even bigger events. The National Convention Bureau is therefore expected to bring all competitors together for common industry good.
Why we need a convention bureau is that we should have a body that is neutral to go out there and market Nairobi or Kenya as a destination. And once they have won the conference, then it will be determined whether it goes to a hotel or it comes to KICC. Currently, we don't have a very good relationship with the other stakeholders because they take us as being rivals as opposed to complementing each other. So we need a body. Of course, KICC will still play a bigger role, but we need a body that is nearly independent, that can be trusted by the hotels, the other MICE stakeholders, and I'm thinking even then the issue of funding a bidding process can be easier. Right now, when we go as KICC looking for the funding, it's as if they're trying to fund their rival.
It's a whole industry who can make profits from each other. And first of all, you have to bring the groups here, because that's what I said also in my speech. Sometimes we are already complaining about and fighting against each other, but the client is still hesitating for other destinations. So I say, bring the client first to a destination and then fight between each other. And that's the role, I think, and a good reference always helps.
According to Adrian Foray, Business Development Manager for Congresses, Meetings and Incentives at the Cape Town Convention Bureau, Kenya should aim at creating a body that promotes not only tourism, but also other growth opportunities in the economy.
The importance of convention bureaus around Africa are around making the link between what is traditionally seen as tourism and the economic sector development, and kind of like providing those bridges between what is, again, a traditional industry and having conversations which are sometimes without data or without motivation into your traditional governmental sectors like agribusiness, energy, etc. So the Convention Bureau's role is to create those conversations, well, not the conversations, but the bridge in collecting the data, to lobby for support, for lobby for funding. It's got a promotion role, and especially globally, it is an incredibly competitive environment.
Apart from the Convention Bureau, the Kenyan government is also in the process of setting up a MICE fund into which stakeholders can tap when bidding and preparing for conferences.
This fund will be used when we are bidding. Whatever amount of money that is required, then we'll be picking it from there. As we are now, we don't have it, but already the talks are in play so that we get that kind of fund. Another complication, a loophole, is that most of these large conferences actually are like the government is the driver, and there are a lot of departments. So initially, decision making within the various departments, it takes a little bit longer. And that's why sometimes preparations go up to the last minute. So we need to actually correct that so that we are able to be ready in terms of preparations even 6 months down the line. And by the time the conference is coming, then there should be no hassle.